So I started this political journey back in about 2008. I started paying attention when Sarah Palin came onto the scene, and for the first time in my life I actually cared who became president, because I was graduating college and I was getting jobs that were offering me less than I paid in tuition that year in school. So I started paying attention, and I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't getting the full story from the TV. I'm not actually getting the news that I need to know to make the decisions for the correct vote, to make an educated vote by watching CNN and MSNBC every night. Because do you guys get your full story from CNN? You guys have alternate news sources, right? Right. So I decided that I wanted to be one of those news sources. I started writing, and then I got mad that nobody was reading my blog. So I started connecting with other people. I started traveling around, going to conferences, got into the new media world, and pretty quickly I realized that there is an amazing force of people that have realized that the core of what keeps America free is a free press. That is the only profession protected by the Constitution. Did you know that? The First Amendment is the only part of the Constitution that protects any certain profession, and it is journalism, because our founders understood that it is at the core of what makes a country free. So, you guys in this state have an incredible Senate race that everybody's going to be watching, because let's face it, Claire McCaskill is what, the fourth most powerful Democrat in the Senate, right? But you know what? She's weak. And there's an opportunity here for the media to tell the story. Tell the story of who else is running. Tell the story of what Claire McCaskill is actually doing. Has Claire McCaskill helped your county? No. Has she helped your part of the state? Probably not. But if she has, they're going to tell that story. If she hasn't, that story is not going to be told. You have the opportunity with the internet. I call it the 21st century printing press. Every single one of you, for example, we were just in Indiana, and we were traveling around, and we're realizing that there are these Democrat operatives that do nothing. They are paid to do nothing but follow Richard Murdoch around and catch him in a gotcha moment and sell that to the media. And that is not journalism. That is gotcha moments, but we have the ability, every single person here has the ability to change that game, to influence the narrative, and to impact what happens in your state just by telling the story. How many of you know that it's actually okay for you to show up at city council meetings and school board meetings? They can't throw you out. You're paying their salaries. You can be there and you can know what's going on. There's a man in Wichita named Bob Weeks, and he does nothing but show up at city council meetings and report on what they're doing. At first, they were wearing jeans and t-shirts to meetings because they were the only ones there. They would go in, they would spend Kansans money, and then they would walk away. But the minute they realized that there's a camera on them, they started wearing suits. They started dressing up a little more. People started paying attention, and so they felt the need to make better decisions.